Yo, what is up guys? My name is Russ. Welcome back to another weekly vault opening video, and I have a nice little, probably a surprise to quite a few of you, and that is I'm bringing a fifth character into the mix. That is right, I've decided that I'm going to be doing this Zero to Hero challenge that I've been talking about for a couple of weeks now on a warrior. So that allows me to play ball on my monk, which means, you know, I got it carried through a 15 last week because it's not quite geared up yet. And I'm going to slowly gear that one up, you know, on stream, off stream and stuff, just chilling with that, seeing how I like Windwalker. But that does mean that I can bring it into the vault rotation. And the warrior, which we're going to do the Zero to Hero on, is going to have its vault in its own little series of videos and stuff like that. And also be making a side-by-side kind of series of videos about how to like get a character ready from fresheting, you know, making a UI, getting your weak auras sorted, all that kind of stuff, hopefully to help people improve at the game. That's going to be like a side-by-side little series. I'm going to make like guides on everything that I think is important in kind of like leveling up your gameplay. So let's jump into the actual vaults. We got my rogue, my chamois, my warlock, as you guys know, obviously bringing in my monk, and then my main, which is DH. So we're going to open them just in this kind of order. Now I did get banned last week, controversial I guess, but yeah, I kind of got banned for 3 days over the weekend on WoW for advertising my stream in like in a raid group I was doing, right? So I do a weekly viewer raid is the context of it, and yeah, I just put I put like, hey guys, we're hanging out on stream if you want to join, like completely optional. It's not a carry or anything like that, just kind of like, you know, an environment that I would you know, willingly invite people to come and see if they like it, see if they make a friend or two, stuff like that. But Blizzard didn't like that, so I got banned for 3 days. Now I'll admit it's not my first time kind of like being told off for that, so but I always take the advice of the GM that tells me off, and then I was following the advice they gave me, and then they banned me anyway and said, you know, that's no longer okay. So I don't know, it feels a bit like a bit more than a slap on the wrist, a bit unfair, but it is what it is, and we're unbanned now, so probably won't be doing that again because next ban's probably 7 days. Anyway, we're on the rogue. The entire reason I went into that is because that meant that I was banned over the weekend, and I didn't get to like stack up big vaults on a lot of characters. I do have 5, but a lot of them are just like a 1-slot vault, and I think a couple of them are 2-slot vault. I didn't even get a 3-slot Mythic Plus vault on my main, sadly. So on the rogue, I believe I think I just have 1 slot. What we're looking for here, most of all, so if you can see, I gave my rogue the old glow up treatment, so it's 271 now, kind of pumping. And yeah, I've kind of upgraded legendaries. This one was a bit expensive for me, so I didn't do the cloak yet. It was like 50k to get a legendary cloak, so I was like, you know what, it's just a cloak, right? But the things we are looking for is a dagger, mainly like a 278 dagger, and then like any 278 off pieces, really, maybe some 278 shoulders. But the rogue is looking pretty good. Like, I have the file and I want the cash, but I just need to go and do this raid on heroic, right? And then other than that, you know, like boots, shoulders, and rings is pretty much it. And then obviously we mainly want the weapon. So I'm just going to jump in, open this one as a sub, and see if we get the weapon. If not, it's just probably going to be like a two set of sockets, you know, like the tokens. And we get a helm, which is no use to me. So sad about that one, but just going to slowly build up. I've just been collecting these tokens like every bad vault I've had on the rogue. So we're probably getting somewhere. Like, I have enough for another socket now. I think I already have a socket in my bag. Oh no, I used it last week, so I'm going to go ahead and buy a socket. Where's the vendor? Is it this guy? I'm going to go ahead and buy a socket now, and then I'll probably put that one on probably my helm. So I think that's the way we're going to go. I put my unity on my legs, so we will be using the helm. You know what, I'm just going to put that on right now. Put that on the helm, and we're good to go. There you go. So another socket on the rogue. Can I put let's put crit into that one, and there we go. It's taking shape for sure. So let's jump onto the chamois and see what we go. So I think the chamois is also just a one slot vault. As far as gear goes on the chamois as well, like, we're sorted for weapons. I still want to get a changeling or a ruby at 278. I think that would be a nice little addition, because I do want to try out some elemental on this guy. A heroic first sigil I don't think I can get just yet. I could probably use a Celia's 278 as well. So I'm pretty much looking at trinkets or maybe rings, and then it's getting close to sockets for this guy, I think, because the gear's quite good. Maybe another neck, although I can upgrade this one with Valor now. Now that they uncapped Valor a couple of weeks ago, I just need to go and upgrade the last couple pieces, I think. But the Shaman's damage is pretty good overall. And as you can see, like I'm doing nice DPS as a healer in the dungeons that I do, and you know I can heal up to like 21s now, so that's kind of cool. So I'm just going to open this one as elemental and hope for trinkets, to be honest. Other than that, you know, it's just off pieces really, or rings maybe. So let's see. A cloak. That's actually. So I've got a crafted cloak currently, which just gives me extra healing every now and then, which is, you know, goes into the meters, I guess. Yeah, 278 cloak. I think I'll probably just take that, even though the stats aren't kind of perfect, which means I can grab a, you know, I can probably grab a crafted neck or a crafted ring or something with like optimal stats that I'm really looking for. Or how many tokens do I have right now? I have 4. You know what? I don't know, man. A 278 cloak with bad stats is not really huge for me, so I'm actually just gonna go and grab the 2 tokens. This might be a mistake, but again, it's just an alt, right? So I think like the eye level on the cloak is not worth the stat downgrade, and you know now I've got a socket on this guy, so I'm gonna stand by it. It might be a mistake, but I think I'm pretty happy with that. Now I can socket a neck or socket my braces or something, right? Because these braces are quite good. So I'm gonna decide to socket a bit later, like where I put it. But we're just gonna take the tokens. This is kind of like the downside of not doing like, you know, 8 mythic plus dungeons or doing the raid, like making sure you have 3 slots in every vault, because like grabbing a whole socket would feel a little bit more worth. But yeah, I don't know, like versus like a 1/3 of a socket versus a cloak, I don't know, it's close, but again it was a mastery cloak and I don't think that's used in very many specs. Maybe enhancement, maybe I should have grabbed it for enhancement in hindsight, but it's done now. So let's jump on to the Warlock. So this is probably the most play I've actually done on my Warlock this season. I don't think I've had 2 vault sockets, vault slots on my Warlock so far this season. So I actually did do 4 Mythic plus 15s last week. We had a little Mimi key where we went triple Warlock as well at the end. This guy had super low gear. But that was quite fun. Like sometimes I'm pretty happy with the numbers, but again, I'm still not like fully enjoying the playstyle. I'd quite like to try with, you know, flashover or try out in raids with cataclysm or something like that to see if I can enjoy that. But I'm not like I'm still not hugely sold on it. But maybe it's just because my eye level is low and I need to just like push it up. So I'm really hoping for a chest. Honestly, I think chest would be like the biggest thing, because if I get the chest, I can put that one in the catalyst, and then I can also put these gloves in the catalyst, and then I can take off the helm and make a unity on my head. I think that's like the play that I'm looking to do. So the chest will unlock a lot of options for me on this character. Other than that, the main slots I guess I'm looking for are probably trinkets, a changeling or a ruby again would be great. And then, you know, basically like any slot is kind of okay, but a lot of these I can upgrade with Valor. So I just need to put some time into farming dungeons. I might just go and like farm a bunch of +2s for speed, farm a bunch of Valor, and then just do like a nice little upgrade and overhaul on this guy's gear. But the chest would unlock so much because it means I can switch my tier pieces around, which means I can switch my legendaries around, and I can do the whole, you know, glow up again and upgrade everything. And then the eye level will come, and that's when I can decide like fully like, do I like this character or not? Because once I've got a little bit more gear, maybe like a lot more haste, it'll feel a bit faster, feel less clunky and stuff like that. So hopefully the chest or trinkets, that's really what I'm looking for. Chest or trinkets, come on. You gotta do me like that, huh? I mean, this is a good ring. This is actually a good ring. So haste crit, blood oath signet. I know I said bloodbath last time. Look, my defense is like the O is right next to the line on the D, which looks like a B. Okay, but yes, blood oath signet is actually pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that, even though we got a weapon. This ring is nice, and I can socket this one later on as well. So let's go ahead and just jump that one straight up. I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. You know, not exactly what I was looking for, but a ring will be great because I will be taking unity off my ring and putting it onto my helm, which means I do need a good ring for my other slot, and then I'll make Wilfred's on like a good unity with haste crit as well. So I think that's kind of like where we're gonna go with that. So actually, it kind of got like an end game ring here. So that's just actually really good for the Warlock though. So guys, welcome to my monk. This is DJ Funk, the monk, and here's how we're feeling right now. I did get my double legendary as soon as I leveled up, or as soon as I decided I was going to be playing this character. I did a 15 before I got all this green gear, so I went and bought all this green gear with Anima, I think, and sent it all over to this character. Did this one before, so I did 2.5k overall and a nice juicy 15 plagueful. Hoping to get some, pox storms or two-handers or something like that. And I got a cloak and a trinket, so that's good. So that will be the only two. I've got one slot, right? The only way I could be like kind of disappointed with this vault, I think, is if I get a cloak. And having just said that, I'm probably gonna get a cloak, right? But there's so much potential to have cool stuff drop in the vault here. Like every slot except cloak would be like a really huge upgrade, right? Especially a weapon. If I get a 278 two-hander, I think I'm just gonna have to I'm gonna pop off or something in this video, right? So that's like the big ticket item, 278 two-hander. Other than that, trinkets would be cool. Literally any item except for a cloak. So there's so much potential, and I'm expecting, now that I said it, I'm gonna get a cloak, but I'm gonna get my energy ready if we have a 278 two-hander, or even a one-hander would be great, but a 278 two-hander would be like, okay, now I can play the game, So let's just open this one in Windwalker and see what we go with. Should I open it in Windwalker or should I open it in Brewmaster? Because I don't know if I need any Windwalker trinkets, right? I'm not sure which trinkets you run. Okay, I'm gonna open it in Brewmaster, and if I get the first codex, I'm gonna scrap Windwalker. Now I'll still play it, but this one's going to be a big tank, like if I get the codex, one possibility out of all those items on the first vault, then it must just be destiny, right? So I'm going to open it in Brewmaster. I believe I can still get two-handers and stuff in Brewmaster, right? Agility two-handers, so hopefully, I don't know, but let's just open this one up. I'm probably not going to get it, but if I do, then I'm going to take that as destiny, all right? So let's go open the vault. One slot, we have one slot, 278 two-hander or codex. Come on. It's a helm, man. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I was gonna put my unity on my helm, so that's kind of sad. But I guess I can switch some things around. Okay, we have to take that. There's no way we can't take that. But I was gonna put my unity on my helm, so now I'm gonna have to find another slot for that. Which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. It's not too bad. It's not like it was entirely wasted. So we got the helm. I'll put that one on, and I'll switch around my unity and stuff. Kind of sad about that. That was like the other slot. I didn't want to say it. I was like, anything but a cloak, because I know that like a 278 helm is actually pretty good in terms of stat weighting, but that's kind of annoying. But yeah, we'll just switch stuff around. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yeah, onto the DH, the main boy. Okay, so as usual, I am on the DH, and we're looking for that big ticket item, which is basically just file. Now that we have two 278 weapons, most of my slots are looking pretty good. A 278 cloak, wouldn't go amiss, but there is a good one in the raid at 285. So endgame wise, I'm not really after the cloak. Yeah, pretty much like maybe a nice ring, so I don't have to run a crafted one. Could be fine. Other than that, it has to just be the file. I think that's like the only upgrade. I don't think I even need sockets. I mean, I need a socket now for these braces that I use whenever I'm not playing Collective Anguish, which I have on my braces. So I believe when I go on my Collective Anguish spec, I have sockets on everything. So it's pretty much a crafted ring or a file or maybe a cloak, but that's a side grade. There's really not too much I can do here. I'm gonna open it in Havoc, just because I need that file. That's like the item I need. If I get that, then I can start just switching to Vengeance, and I don't really need vaults to my DH after that. So I'm kind of sad that I only did 4 dungeons on this one last week, so I only got 2 slots in the vault. But 2 out of 3 slots, there's like a decent, well, it's not a decent chance. There's a chance it could be a file, and then we're like done with vaults in this character. It's like almost full bis at that point, right? Outside of raid gear. So let's just see how we go. Taking a neck as well. I think we got the same neck, but 278. I guess if we get that again, we can take that one or something. So neck, ring, file, maybe cloak. So let's just go. Please give me a file. Please give me a file. Please give me a file. Come on. Come on. Why is it taking so long? Okay. We did not need those. We did not need those. It really took its it really took its time to decide, you know, where we're going with that. So feet. Haste crit. These was a crit haste. I think I'm just gonna keep mine. I think I'm just gonna go for the socket and socket those braces that I was showing in my other spec. Yeah, indestructible belt, nothing great. Obviously, this is just normal items, so I'm never gonna take this. So yeah, we're just gonna go with the tokens, but that does make me have full sockets now whenever I play Dark Lair or tank or anything like that. So if I just chuck Dark Lair here, then I can buy this and chuck it. Oops, chuck it onto the braces right there. There we go. Now we are fully socketed up. Only time I'll need a socket now is just to have one in my bag for when I get a ring or when I get a neck or anything like that, right? So there's still potential, you know, still a reason to do the vaults in this character, but it's getting really hard. I just want that file, and it almost feels not really worth my time to go and do 8 dungeons just for it. But luckily, you know, I play my DH so much that usually they get done. But again, it was because of the ban, right? That I didn't really have time to do that this week. So anyway, thank you guys very much for hanging out. Thank you very much for watching. Sad about the monk. Excuse me. Sad about the monk, to be honest. Yeah, I really wish that wasn't a helm. It could have been literally anything else except a helm or a cloak, but it is what it is. I feel like I've said that like 8 times this video. Anyway, feel free to check out the Twitch stream. It should be floating above my head. Feel free to check out the Patreon. It will be on screen for you now if you want to support what I'm doing here. I'm probably gonna add a couple, like change around a couple of rewards and like maybe freshen that Patreon and overhaul it a little bit in the near future. And I think I'll be doing a giveaway soon about for some like free coaching and stuff like that. Anyway, so stay tuned, subscribe and all that for that. And yeah, there'll be Zero to Hero coming out very soon. I was gonna start it this week, but again, banned. And we will be having like a side-by-side how to get good at the game basically series coming out as well. So if you like the sound of any of that, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, and as always, peace.